Hello! Hello, hello! It is Thursday! I'm a mess, 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 mess. I'm a mess in distress, but we're still the best. Dress fearless, say yes. We don't dress to impress. Hello, Jade. Hello, Jade. Hello, Jade. Hello, DA. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. My goodness, my brain could not compute anything. Hope Blue shows up. If she shows up, she shows up. That's all I'm gonna say. We'll be Peach today. I'm a mess, 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 mess. I'm a mess, 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 mess. I'm a mess in distress, but we're still the best. Dress fearless, say yes. We don't dress to impress. All right. Where should we go today? We have Waluigi with us. We could do Waluigi's Island. Sure. Number of turns, we're gonna go 45. Actually, no, I lied. We're gonna, considering what time it is now, we're gonna go 40. We'll go 40. All minigames, bonuses on. Yes, these settings are okay. Wouldn't be the first time we've gotten a 40, but it is fine. Yes, got to start a little bit later than I would have liked, so I don't know how 45 will turn out. Alright. But hello, hello. Hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful day. My day's okay. You know, nothing good, nothing bad, I guess. I don't know. We're going third. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let me fix. There we go. Kind of adjust my mic a little bit. Doing great. Awesome. I am also doing okay. You know, just kind of hanging. You're not late. You control the schedule. I mean, I control the schedule, but I don't control when school gets out, and I don't want to be really stressed and have to leave the board on a cliffhanger and have like 3 turns left to do like last time. That's really the only thing. All right. How is the pasta? It's okay. It's okay, nothing crazy. No, I don't want to buy anything right now. It's one of those things, if I didn't have to worry about picking up Riley right at 3:45, then I wouldn't worry about, like, oh, I'm late, I'm not late, whatever. So, like, my current schedule is just really revolving around Riley's school. Because, I remember when I enrolled her, I marked the preference for AM. For an AM class. But she got put in the PM class. So that kind of messed with like my regular stream schedule a little bit. But I feel like I mean, yesterday was 100 days of school. So it's like we're 100 days of school in, and I feel like we've gotten the hang of things. Oh shit, I thought I was just outside the range of getting hit. Oh, we're fine. I think Waluigi got it. Yeah, we're good. Well, hello, Piano. Hello, hello, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day, and thank you for leaving the lurk. Thank you, thank you. Always, always appreciate it. We appreciate lurkers around here, because sometimes when I go into other people's streams, I myself am a lurker for several reasons. Sometimes, right after I raid and I have to go pick up my child from school, I just have the stream up on my phone and I drive. But also a lot of times I'm busy with like other things. Sometimes I'll chime in chat occasionally, but sometimes I'll just lurk. Enjoy the show. A lurk or two, yeah. There's like very few channels I will like actively chat in, Blues being one of them. Honestly, I think about 10. I would have laughed so hard if it was a wacky watch. Oh my god, that would have been really funny and ironic. I appreciate some food. Yeah, what did I eat? I had a couple bowls of cereal for lunch today. I could have had pizza, but by the time I needed to preheat the oven, it was already past 11, and it takes a while if I want to cook a frozen pizza, because I gotta preheat the oven, gotta wait for it to preheat, then I gotta throw in the pizza for like 12 minutes, and I gotta wait a couple minutes for it to like cool down, and then finally eat it. So, and then by that time, I wouldn't have enough time to like actually like set things up. An omelet for breakfast? Ooh, what kind of omelet? Is it omelette du fromage? It's usually the omelets I eat because I picky eater. But my dad would make really good. Oh shit! My dad would make really good omelets. Well, there goes my hopes and dreams of winning. Honestly, Waluigi's winning. Unless he gets hit by the fish. Oh, he got hit by the fish! Oh, Wario! Oh my god, I didn't even think about Wario. Bacon chunks in it? Ooh. That's a no, honestly. I always feel weird if I don't drop a lurk or to say I'm listening, but 99% back are listening. Yeah! Absolutely. Yeah, that's usually what I do. A lot of the time, I'm a mobile user on Twitch. Very rarely do I pull up Twitch on like my laptop or anything. Because for me, my phones, you know, are so portable. That's kind of the whole point of a cell phone. So I'll have like the Twitch stream up and if I need to like go into the other room and do something, I will take my phone with me. Like, oh, if I need to like look for something in my bedroom, I'll bring it with me. Or if I need to go in the kitchen and cook supper, I'll bring it with me. You know, it's usually that. Or if I need to like go run an errand, I'll like just throw it on the car speaker. You know, it's really easy to do that. And if I need to chime in for like 2 seconds, it's easy to pick up my phone, throw a message in chat, put it down, go back to what I was doing. We're up there. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Bam. Yeah, what? 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 Yeah, I just gotta start, bitches! I haven't done the Peach voice in a minute. My throat... I'm definitely on the mend of my sickness. I still sound kind of stuffy and nasally. And I do have a cough occasionally, coughing stuff up, but I'm pretty much on the mend. Thank you for the hydrate, Jade. Trying to get better with it on PC, but like, yeah, I use PC Bluetooth. Pocketing a keyboard is easier than walking back. Yes. It's just so convenient for me. So, thank you for the posture check. Ugh, my back pops a little bit. So many hidden blocks. Because I think Mario got his key from a hidden block. Waluigi just got one. I got a star from a hidden block. What's going on? What is in the water at Waluigi's Island? Mobile user because I like pacing around. Also, mobile has autocorrect because some words are hard. That's my... Okay, I have an iPhone. And iPhone recently forced iOS 26 on everyone recently. I hate it. I have come to the conclusion that I hate it. Okay, so the liquid glass aesthetic, I don't mind it as much as some other people. There are ways to kind of play around with it, and I do like some of the customization stuff. Like that, I don't have a problem with. The problem is like everything runs a lot slower. like, I can pick up my phone and I can look at it and it'll like unlock for me. But now, like 9 times out of 10, it's bringing up my passcode, and it takes a second to like bring up my passcode. Like Face ID won't even fucking recognize me for some reason. So I gotta put in my passcode every fucking time. And then like, the keyboard has always been an issue for me because I have never once had issues typing on a phone. But it's like, I swear, on the keyboard, let me see if I can pull up my keyboard. Like, I will type hello, and sometimes it'll put in, it'll put in an I for an O, or it'll like swap things around when I know for a fact I am typing on the right keys. I've noticed it a lot for Wordle. Because like, and it's like, yeah, the keyboards had issues before the iOS 26 update, but it's gotten worse since the 26 update. And that's what's driving me crazy. That is what's driving me crazy about it. Is like, my phone runs a lot slower than it used to. And I got really pissed off at the emails, looking in the emails, because it would shift around the default location. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. Now I can get locked in. It shifts around the default location for things, and it pissed me off. I think it got a little bit better because there was like a little update for it. Oh shit. There was an update for it, like bug fixes and stuff, and some things got a little bit better. I don't know if it got better or I just got used to it. I don't know, but there's a lot of things where I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this. The alarm pisses me off because the way I have my phone at night, we have like a big old headboard, and I have my phone plugged in and it's like above me on the headboard. So if like I reach up and behind my head to grab my phone, and if my alarm is going off, I will reach up, grab the phone, and the way I grab my phone, I am like accidentally hitting the snooze button or turning it off as I am grabbing the phone, and not grab, pull down, then shut off alarm to make sure like I'm awake. Like, I have accidentally snoozed my alarm like several different times since the update, and it just drives me crazy. Yeah, you do get a free pasta check when you ask. I'm pretending the liquid glass is fruitier arrow. Yeah, like the aesthetic isn't bad, and with my wallpaper, it actually kind of emphasizes my wallpaper, because my wallpaper, my home screen rather, I have like bright colors. It's a drawing of me and my husband that I did like years ago. And it's got like rainbow colors, and there is a rainbow, and so like the liquid glass kind of like becomes colorful, and that is one thing that I do like about it aesthetically. And it doesn't like bug me a whole lot. So it's like the liquid glass is like the least of my problems, let's say. So, using iPad, phone is too small, gotcha. With the delay, I'm just echoing, agreeing with it. Yeah. So YouTube short about how with the update we are typing correct when they slowed the footage down, the autocorrect messed up on the update or something. Hopefully it's fixed too. Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff about like people are typing and they like actually go through and slow down like footage on the phone, and it's showing like different letter keys that are like popping up when their finger is actually on a different letter. It's crazy. Hello, Antonio. Hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. So yeah, hopefully, yeah, I just don't understand the whole keyboard nonsense. It's like, I can type perfectly fine. Toad Koopa Boo, I believe. Toad Koopa Boo. So, and it's like, Typing on my laptop keyboard, I've had this laptop for like almost 6 years now, and the keys are starting to get a little wonky, and I have to like fiddle with it to get them to not be wonky. No, let me look at the map. Up there? Okay, sure. I can buy a lamp. Yeah, let's buy a lamp. Don't know, they might have patched it. Yeah. Yeah, this way. We're going up, up, up. It's our moment. Duh, it's fine. You know, together we're glowing. Gonna be golden. Up, up, up with our voices. You wanna get just a woman. Gonna be golden. Excuse me. At least I don't have the cough where I've been smoking for 40 years. That was like Sunday, Monday. Yeah, Sunday and Monday I had the cough like I've been smoking for 40 years. Which is really crazy because I am 30 years old. But yeah, hopefully they get the whole keyboard situation on the iPhone fixed. Mario, Luigi, Wario. Mario, Luigi, Wario. Yellow, yellow. DK on bananas. Peach in the corner. Green corner. It was Luigi, Mario, Wario, right? But I don't remember green, green. I think it's Mario, Luigi, Wario. I think. Yeah, I don't remember green, green. This was here. DK on top of bananas. I think that's... Everyone else put the Luigi hat there, so I think I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong. I think it was green, green. I wasn't paying attention. It's fine. I screen cheated. It's fine. They're computers. I don't care. Yeah, everyone else put the... Oh, no! The one time I gave it a peer pressure and I would have been right! No! Usually, when the computers put something in one spot, it's usually correct. Oh, man. I should have gone with my gut. I should have gone with... See, this is what happens when you succumb to peer pressure. You lose. Don't succumb to peer pressure. Go with your gut. Do what is right. This has been a PSA. I mean, I still won the minigame, but... Hold on, give me a second. Sorry, I was hearing weird noises on my mic, and I wanted to adjust things and see if I can fix it. Let's see what items I can get here this early. Ooh. That's a little busted. I can get a Boo Bell. Let's get a reverse mushroom. As right as I need food, then go get you some food. Nothing wrong with needing food. Damn, I tried. It's fine. It is fine. One thing I did do today, I did cut my own hair, kind of. I cut my bangs this morning. So I needed them cut, because sometimes I don't mind the longer bangs. But other times I'm like, I would like shorter bangs because I think it looks better with my face shape. I just think I look better with like shorter bangs. And then I kind of reshaped my layers a little bit, kind of cut about maybe an inch or two. I think maybe an inch and a half is how much I cut off my hair, and I kind of reworked the layers a little bit. Where am I going? Whee! So I did that this morning. Ugh. Because sometimes I just like, you know, especially after being sick for a little bit, I haven't really been like feeling like myself sometimes. No! And sometimes a good haircut can help you feel in like normal. Make breakfast bowl. I'm missing bacon and cheese. Oh no, bacon and cheese is the good stuff. Damn. I only have cheese. I don't have bacon though. I do not have bacon. I only got cheese. But yeah, that's like the quintessential breakfast goodies is bacon and cheese. Although if I were to have a breakfast of choice, it would probably be biscuits and gravy, but I'm very picky. I've been very spoiled. Specifically my dad's biscuits and gravy. He had a killer gravy recipe. Cause like the biscuits are whatever, you can just get like any old biscuit. He usually got like the Pillsbury Grams, like the real big biscuits. Like you get like 2 really big biscuits and just pour on the gravy. That's like one of my very few regrets in life, at least right now in my 30 years, was not pestering my dad more on how to make his gravy. That's like one of my few regrets in life. Because I asked him how to make it one time, and he made it in front of me, and I have like kind of vague memories of it. I'll buy another soda shopper, sure, why not? Can you some of the cheese you have? I mean, it depends on the kind of cheese. Do you want shredded cheese? Do you want sliced cheese? It was up last time. What? Oh my god. I'm just doomed. I am just doomed. Shredded cheese? I did buy a new bag of shredded cheese Tuesday night? I think it was Tuesday night. Because, yeah, Allie had a basketball game Monday night, and Tuesday night I went to the grocery store to get stuff for supper. So yeah, I should have like half a bag of shredded cheese. It's triple cheddar though. It's triple cheddar. I don't know what kind of cheese you like, but I've got triple cheddar. Okay, so used to I just got like mild cheddar. Used for like everything I need it for, like my husband's stuffed baked potato, like because he uses shredded cheese on it. And then I'll put like some shredded cheese in my mac and cheese to make it a little extra cheesy. But then sometimes our grocery store doesn't have the mild cheese, the mild cheddar, but they'll have triple cheddar instead. And so I'm like, that can't be bad, right? One day on a whim, like months ago. And then I'm like, yo, this is actually really, really good. So I've been getting triple cheddar ever since. It is very good. Also a little bit of variety. Whee! Bloop. Oh, excuse me. So, buy myself one. Gotta drop my mom for gotcha. Yeah, get the good cheese. The good cheese. I'm not necessarily like a cheese connoisseur, but I would say like 90% of my diet consists of cheese. Which again is kind of crazy, but hey. But yeah, one of my regrets is I should have pestered my dad more about how to make his gravy. Because, like, is it the healthiest thing in the world? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I feel like healthy gravy is an oxymoron. There's no way you can make, like, gravy for biscuits and gravy healthy. There's no fucking way. I know, I'm full. It's fine. I should probably fix this. Oh, if you biff this. Oh no! If you biff this. Okay, thank God. Big back. Yeah. Yeah, the gravy he made was so good. Like, he would always make like a big freaking pot of gravy. I've talked about this a lot, you know, just key core childhood memories. Sunday mornings, my parents, you know, ran a fantasy football league for as long as I can remember. They ran it before I was even born. But then Sunday mornings, before all the football games started, they would invite everyone over, you know, paper and pen before the online stuff. You know, everyone would put in their picks, but as everyone was over, Dad would cook breakfast for everyone. And then, you know, it's essentially friends they have known forever. And, you know, they walk in the door, says, hey, like, hey, you know, what's up? You know, walking in the door, and my dad would see them, know they're here, and then would just cook them their usual breakfast. Like, he would just know. And, whenever I would get up and around, because sometimes I wouldn't wake up till, like, noon on Sundays, but whenever I would get up and around, Dad would always be like, hey, here's the biscuits, here's the gravy, there you go. So, yeah. My sister-in-law's gravy recipe is actually pretty close to Dad's, so I need to swipe it from her one of these days. Goomba Koopa Boo! 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 Excuse me. So yeah. My dad had pretty famous food. He was famous for a lot of stuff. In town and out of town and all over. Boo Goomba Koopa, Boo Koopa. Boo Goomba Koopa, Boo Koopa. Boo Goomba, Koopa Boo Koopa. Boo Goomba, Koopa Boo Koopa. Boo Goomba, Koopa Boo Koopa. Third is in the middle. Koopa. I love it when the answers to all three questions are the same. If Koopa's the answer for the next one's it's gonna make me happy. Koopa Boo Koopa! Goomba Boo Goomba. Oh, I love this. Koopa Boo Koopa. Goomba Boo Goomba. Koopa Boo Koopa. Goomba Boo Goomba. Koopa Boo Koopa. Goomba Boo Goomba. Fourth from the right. Goomba. It's not the same all three times. Oh, Waluigi's going Koopa. So my PS Vita, I could have modded it. Ah, yeah. It's not a regret in my life, but it's something I've always been, like, bitter about. I've talked about it a few times before, but it's, you know, it stings. You know, it left a scar on my heart, if you will. I was a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was a kid. And I collected a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. I don't know how valuable anything is ever, but I collected a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. I had a shoebox full of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. I had a shoebox full of them. And I went off to college, and I remembered reverse mushroom. I went off to college, and my room got cleaned out a little bit, and but my Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards still stayed. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Cool. But my Yu-Gi-Oh card stayed because my mom knew that I really loved Yu-Gi-Oh and wanted to keep my cards. So, fast forward to like a few months into college, I come home one weekend because I was thinking about it. I was thinking about my Yu-Gi-Oh cards and I wanted to look through them. And I was home one weekend and I asked my dad, like, hey, do you know where my Yu-Gi-Oh cards are? Because I tried looking for them. Because I remembered the shoebox. They were in my dad's office. They were in the office. Because, like, I remember the specific shoebox they were in. And so, like, yeah, they were in the office and I remember them being there the last time I was home. Which was, like, maybe 2 weeks prior. So I was usually home about every other weekend because I didn't live too far from my college. But, anyway, I tried looking for them and I couldn't find them, and so I asked my dad, like, hey, Dad, do you know where my Yu-Gi-Oh cards are? And then, that's when he had to break it to me that, my brother sold my Yu-Gi-Oh cards without my permission. I don't even think he remembers doing this, if I'm going to be quite frank with you, because that's just my brother. But yeah, he sold my Yu-Gi-Oh cards without my permission, and even if he only got like 10 bucks out of them, I never saw this 10 bucks. Like, he just freaking did it. He just took my cards and is like, I can sell these for money, and didn't get a single penny of the profit, of what little profit there was, because I don't think he got much from it. I don't think he got much. But, I didn't see a penny of the profits. So, I have an idea. I don't want Wario close to over there. I never saw a cent of the profit of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like, again, if it was like 10 bucks, never saw 10 bucks, or even like half the profit. If it was 5 bucks, never saw a single penny from it. So, yeah, that's like the one thing that always drives me nuts. It's like, I know my dad sold my old saxophone, because I had asked about it one time, and he said, oh, I sold it to, you know, I think someone in like a neighboring town that needed it. And I'm like, all right, that's cool, whatever. Because like I hardly played it, but I would think about it every now and then. So that one didn't hurt my feelings as much. But then my brother's selling my fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards. You know, I still fucking cared about my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I didn't want to roll a 7. Dang it. That ruined my plan. It's fine. But, yeah, it was, it bugged me so bad. It bugged me so bad. And hey, there's a streak. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, I know, a big regret is I should have pestered my dad more about cooking, or at least his gravy. And then one thing I just didn't really like about my life was my brother sold my Yu-Gi-Oh cards without my permission. The jerk. I can say that about him because he's my brother. If anyone else called him an asshole completely unwarranted, I'd be like, hey, is he your brother? No, he's mine. I'm legally allowed to call him an asshole because he's my brother and I still love him. Dang it. That's just siblings in a nutshell, you know? Siblings in a nutshell, you can just like, at least healthy sibling dynamic. You can like fight and fight and fight. But it's like, yeah, they're still my sibling. I would, you know, I would fight for them. Like, I know, I'm not super close with, you know, some of my siblings anymore. But if something were to happen to them, you know, I'd be there in a heartbeat to help them out. You know, because that's family, and that's what family does. I know, because, like, if anything egregious happened, I would cut them off, for sure. Because sometimes you gotta cut off family. I'm not quite at that point in my family, but, like, I hope I don't get to that point. But if something were to happen, like seriously happen to my siblings, I would be there in a heartbeat to help them. So you think I got mad about someone going in and deleting my process on a game? Dang, that's crazy. Yeah, luckily you got back to where you were, because that's always... I know I've seen lots of videos, not necessarily like on like consoles, but like used games when people go to like trade them in, or like, hey, I just want to like sell this game off to you guys, maybe you can, you know, turn around. It's people that are like working at like the game stores. I can buy another one. You know what? No, I'll buy a seller shopper. And I see this a lot with like old Pokemon games. People trading in Pokemon games. And they're like, hey, let's see how far they were into the game. And I think it's kind of fun and neat to go through stuff like that, to kind of see how far into the game they got, if they had beaten it, if they were like barely, you know, 10 minutes into the game. You know, I like seeing stuff like that. And the kinds of crazy Pokemon people would catch. But I'm also thankful a thing like Pokemon Bank and Pokemon Home exist. Isn't there a way to get Pokemon from Pokemon Bank to Pokemon Home? Isn't there a way to do that? I can't remember, because we have Pokemon Bank on one of our 3DSs. And we also have Pokemon Home. I don't know if there's a way. We have a lot of Pokemon in Pokemon Bank on our 3DS. I feel like there's a way to do it, but I don't know what it is. Because it was a process to get my Heart Gold team into Pokemon Bank. Bitches, suck it. You know, because I talked about my Heart Gold team yesterday. How I had Eucalyptus the Feraligatr, Oxford the Ampharos, Ronalda the Nidoqueen, Clyde the Pinsir, Ludwig the Togetic / Togekiss, and Ludwig the Ho-Oh. So I tried using the Dratini or Dragonair or whatever it is that you get from like Claire in the Dragon Den or whatever. I tried using it. I just wasn't gelling with it that much, and it wasn't doing great. So that's when I made an executive decision, like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm under no specific guidelines. Fuck it. I'll use Ho-Oh. So I named it Ludwig the 2 because in my mind I'm like, I'm gonna name flying types a variant of Ludwig. And then I did that for a long while playing Pokemon games. And now I kind of just go with whatever. The Ludwig name has kind of died down in a way. I mean, I should probably not buy anything special, but... What's up, baby Bowser? This could be helpful. That could be helpful. Maybe he'll steal my key. But yeah, that was my Heart Gold team. Lots of struggles because I was very underleveled, because that's usually how it went in old Pokemon games. I always ended up extremely underleveled, because I was like level 30 something going into Lance, I think. Don't ask me how I even made it to him in the first place. Because he opens up with Gyarados, who uses Intimidate. And I started with Oxford because Gyarados has a quad weakness to Electric. And, you know, with the level differences, I'm like, Thunder. Thunder is like my best bet here. I needed Quick Claw to activate, or else I was dunsies. I was gonna get one shot by Earthquake. I think it had Earthquake. So I needed Quick Claw to activate and hit a Thunder. But 9 times out of 10, Quick Claw activated just to tell me Thunder missed. And that is the sole reason why I do not use those moves anymore. I think it is not worth the risk anymore to use those kinds of moves. Like the Hydro Pump, the Fire Blast, the Thunder. I'll take the higher accuracy any day. I'll take a Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, Surf. I'll take the 90 power, 90 or 80 power, 100 accurate moves. Because if you learn anything playing Pokemon, is if a move is not 100% accurate, it is 50% accurate. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If it is not 100% accurate, it is 50% accurate. Don't regret us getting a new 3DS XL? Yeah! And you got, like, the Purple Galaxy one, too, right? Because I think you posted it in the Discord. Like, I think we've got the same one. I know I've got my 3DS I got for Christmas from my dad, still. I booted up X and Y whenever my husband was playing ZA one day. I'm like, I want to look through, you know, the OG Lumiose and see what's up. And the padding on the circle pad peeled right off because I hadn't played it in a long time. And I bet you my dad got it used. And I've had it since Christmas of 2013. So, yeah, I think that 3DS is a little old. Oh, it's over there. It's down here, yeah. So, yeah, I've had that 3DS for a long time. Goodness, excuse me. And then, I've had my 3DS since 2013. And then the next year for Christmas, I got my husband a blue 3DS XL. A blue one. Because his favorite color was blue. And that was the year Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire came out. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get him. I got him Omega Ruby, I think. So I feel like I remembered a conversation where he said he liked the version exclusives better in Ruby. But come to find out, I think it was Sapphire. I think I latched onto the fact that he had a copy of Ruby a long time ago that had some pretty important Pokemon on it. I think that's what I subconsciously latched onto. But he has Ruby. I think he also likes Groudon better, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe his stance has changed, but I got him Ruby with a, you know, coupled with a blue 3DS XL. And then we've had that one for a while, and then at some point, I think it was right as we got the Ultra games, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, that we got our new 3DS XL. We got the Purple Galaxy one, and that's more for both of us, but he's played on it more, I think. But he's only played on it more because whenever we play the Ultra games, I will play Ultra Moon on his blue one, and he'll play Ultra Sun on the new one. Because it's like, we didn't know how well Sun and Moon would run on my 3DS. My older one, my older, smaller one. So, because we picked up Pokemon Sun, and I played Pokemon Sun after he did a playthrough of it. So we kind of shared a little bit there. But then when we got like the Ultra games, we got Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. That came out like a year later. So, if we want to play like, you know, Alola together, that's what we'll do. We'll be on the XLs, but I'll be on his old blue one that I got him for Christmas, and then he'll be on the new purple one. So it's just kind of like, you know, if we play Scarlet and Violet together, he's on the Switch 2 on the TV, and I'm on the Switch 1 handheld. Cause like, I don't mind. Yeah, I do really like the purple space one. I do really like it. And also because purple. You can't go wrong with purple. Purple's a great color. That was great, we got reshelled. Ah, gotcha. Good choice. Good choice of shell, honestly. Because, yeah, the purple galaxy is really good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, I can try. I can try. Eh. But also, he doesn't have enough money right now, but if we're on a team, I am 100% tanking the minigame. I don't care. I don't care. I am tanking the minigame. Ooh. You don't have the money, though. I'm tanking it. I don't care. Oh, I can easily tank this one. I can easily tank it. But first I'm gonna play normally. Let the other guys get got. And there's plenty of time. Gotta let the other guys get got. Oh my god, why is Mario being smart? Never mind. Alright, come get me. Come get me. You don't need the money, Mario. You don't need it. Yeah, I am not above tanking a minigame to stop someone from getting a star. I am not above that. Hee 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 hee. Anyway. So yeah. Haven't played Gen 7 in a hot minute. I would like to. I would definitely like to play Alola again. Honestly, the Pokemon game, like, I would love to play, you know, the Ultra games. Because it's been a long time. But also it's been a long time is Black and White. And also Heart Gold, Soul Silver. But I feel like if I were to pick up Heart Gold and Soul Silver again, I would have to fight everything in me to not recreate my team. Nah. There's really not much in the bank, so it's fine. I don't need it. Excuse me. So... What? What? Okay. I know a lot of it is the angle. I've never really been good. I think he was going a little faster. Yeah. I don't know what it is with the mashing. I cannot pick up speed. It's crazy. It's fine. It's 1 coin. It's a 1 coin duel. It's not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, the Pokemon game I would really want to play the most, honestly, is Black and White. I haven't played Black and White in a long time, and they're my favorite. But also, I want to try and get my hands either on a already modded 3DS that has capture software on it, or buy a separate 3DS and have the money to ship it off somewhere to get the capture software put on it. Because I would love to be able to stream 3DS. I would love to do that, because then more options open up. I can play Mario Party DS. I could play Pokemon, more Pokemon games. You know, because like I have nothing against using an emulator. My problem is, like, I have a personal preference of using, you know, original hardware. Not like original hardware, but like as original as I can be. More like authentic, if you will, quote unquote. But also my laptop. My laptop likes to chug if I am playing a game on it and trying to stream it at the same time. If you want a good example, look at my Portal 2 playthrough with Blue. That was about a year ago, which is, that's crazy. That happened a year ago. But yeah, I want to, and I know it's expensive though, that's the thing. And like, I've tried to like look into it, so I do want to try and get my hands on something that either already has capture software on it, or find something to send somewhere. Because like, I don't want to send my own personal use hardware. I'd rather buy something separate and then send that off in case something does happen. It's just an extra one that we had. Because we have like several like DS's laying around, like actual DS's laying around. Because like I have my DSi, we have a DS Lite, we have like three 3DS's. You know, we got plenty of DS's laying around. Recommend new 3DS XL? Yeah, probably have to get like a separate one. It's one of those, I'm sure we can find a used one somewhere for a decent price. So that's been something I've been looking into here and there. So I just know if I were to obtain one somehow, some way, then that would open up so much more we can do on stream. And I think it'd be really, really fun to like actually play Pokemon, or Mario Party DS, or Mario Party Island Tour, because I like Island Tour. Even though I played it like a little bit when I first got my 3DS, because that's what my dad got me. That's the game he got it with, was Mario Party Island Tour. Because like, hey, because it was on top of my Christmas list that year, was a 3DS. That was the very tip-top first item listed on my Christmas list, was a Nintendo 3DS. And I've told the story before, so here's kind of cliff notes. That year, for Christmas, for our Secret Santa gift exchange, my dad drew my name. And for our Secret Santa stuff, we have a price cap of $50 for our gift. So you can't spend more than $50 on your Secret Santa gift. My dad clearly didn't listen. My dad clearly did not listen to that criteria, and he bought a 3DS along with a copy of Mario Party Island Tour. Because, you know, 3DS was on my list, and he knew I loved Mario Party. So, of course, it was a no-brainer, right? But then I think he told my mom, like, yeah, I got Tessa this, and my mom was probably pissed. Because, like, why would you go over the price limit on your Secret Santa? So, they traded gift ideas. They traded gifts, so instead of, like, the Secret Santa gift with the rest of our family, it got traded with, a couple of t-shirts that my mom got me that didn't fit. They didn't fit me, nor were they really my style. So, I was really sad when I opened up my Secret Santa gift. I was really sad because it's like, oh, they're shirts. Okay, cool. Because it's like shirts I didn't really care to wear. But then, when everyone left and it was on Christmas Day and we opened up gifts for at home, I opened up my present and it was a 3DS. along with Mario Party, and it was then I was told, yeah, Dad got that for you for the gift exchange, but he went over the budget. So I was a little bit happier with my dad and a little bit more upset with my mom. Because it's like, you're my mom, you should know what clothes I wear. You should know what my style is. Because, like, nowadays, like, I wear mostly t-shirts, and if you're gonna get me a t-shirt, give me, like, a men's large. Because I do like it to fit a little bit bigger, and mostly a men's large, because my shoulders are so big. My shoulders are so big, they don't even fit in, like, most women's clothing. Even in, like, women's sizing, I am a large. And it's mostly on the account of my shoulders. Because most women's, even growing up, most women's clothing that I have ever worn, the shoulders were always so tight. And it always felt so uncomfortable on my arms. Like, the rest would fit okay, but, like, it was always so uncomfortable on my arms. So, yeah. So don't get me women's clothing, just give me men's large, and we're good to go. So my never-ending beef with women's clothing just continues on. Eh. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Alright. We continue onward. You know what? Yeah, I'll get some extra money and get this used. Yeah, you know what? The bank will pay for my star. The bank will pay for my star. Thank you, bank. Thank you. Making the bank pay for my star. Love it. So there's like lots of games I would love to play. If I were to get my hands on a 3DS to be able to stream on. What do I want? It's like a plunder chest, actually. Okay! Wasn't expecting that, but sure. Sure. I'll take another boo repellent and a magic lamp, sure. And like honestly getting to be able to stream 3DS and DS games, it's mostly just for Pokemon. Mostly Pokemon. Even though I have played a lot of Pokemon in the last several months. Because in mine and my husband's recent playthrough of Scarlet and Violet, we just beaten the main story. We haven't really gone back to do any post-game stuff like we usually do, because we usually finish out the Blueberry DLC. And like finish that up and that'll be like the end. Go away. Go away. Hee. So, but yeah, we've played a lot of Scarlet and Violet. I think we know those games pretty well by now. And I'm also in the middle of playing Legend ZA, which I'm having a lot of fun with. I'm having so much fun with Legend ZA. More fun than I thought I would. It's kind of like Xenoblade last year. At first, I didn't know how I would feel about playing Xenoblade X. But then by the end of it, I'm like, I'm going to miss this. And I ended up really loving X. The Bicep Brigade, man, the Bicep Brigade. Someone modded 3DS XL. 95 3DS games, 216 DS games. 60 GBA games and 18 virtual console games. Nice! 128 games. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. That's a lot of games. How many spaces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Nice. Do I already have full inventory? Yes, please. Take this star, okay. I'll take it. You don't gotta tell me twice. Okay. I'm stopping like one space before, right? Yeah. One space before the Ring of Death. I have a lot of money, so this is just a crazy time. Or Mario can roll a 2 and just blow himself up and I don't have to worry about it for a couple turns. Or no, he's gonna land on my space, I think. Yeah. MySpace! Anyone remember MySpace? That's showing my age, 100%. MySpace? I used to have a MySpace page. Granted, I grew up in the internet era where you could easily fake your age. I mean, now it's like, you know, you can easily just change your birth year to make yourself at least 13 years. Oh, no, my God! Ah! Juke you. Oh, come on. Nope. Nope. Woo! No! We both died. We both died. It was for nothing. It was for nothing. But I did have a MySpace page. There was another social media site that I used and faked my age on. Thank you, Mario, for doing the Lord's work. I say the Lord's work as we establish Luigi as a god. So Luigi is here, I guess, in spirit. But yeah, there was another social media site that I used when I was too little for. And, I do remember having some of my friends from school on it, and I would like make quizzes about myself, see if people would get it right. Because, of course, I was a lonely child. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 3. Risk it for the biscuit. So yeah, hello Del Tora! Hello, hello, welcome in, hope you're having a good day. Little P-modded, don't go higher than 128 gigabytes. I heard there are graphical issues with DS and GBA games. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's something I would 100% like do my research on and do my due diligence if I were to get something like that for sure. But yeah, there was a social media site that I, you know, wasn't supposed to be on. But I also remember someone left really mean-spirited messages on my wall. And it was always, you know, typical, you know, kids my age. This was the times, you know, it's always like, oh, you're so gay. They use gay as an insult, you know. It's like, oh, you're so gay. You know, you dress gay. You know, that was just the times. Like, that was like the go-to insult. Like, did we even know what we meant? Like, no. And then, turns out, I was on dance team with her, this person, my senior year. And it's like, I think it was just one of those things, we were just kids, you know. It still kind of sucks seeing all that, but hey, you know, kids, man. Kids are brutal, especially in today's times. Kids are brutal. How dare we fight them? Yeah, totally. Again, I know I would make sure I look up everything I would want to know if I were to acquire something. Ah! Perfect. Thank you. Need to open this lid to my green tea bottle. But also, I talked about it a little bit before. Again, I know it's not like my problems and they're her problems, but as a parent, this is so astounding to me. I remember talking about one day on stream about these kids in Allie's class calling her a stalker. Like, just throwing the word around, calling her a stalker, and it got to her really bad. Like a couple weeks ago. It got to her really, really bad. So, and I told her, like, hey, you know, like, go to teachers you trust, go to your principal, go to teachers you see every day, like, tell them this is going on and it's bothering you. And, like, she does, and all they say is just ignore it. That's all they're doing, is just telling her to ignore it. And it's like, I understand, like, in a situation like that, you gotta ignore it, in a way. How many coins? 5 to ride the train. 5. Who explains items, Toad? How many dice blocks appear when you use a mushroom? 2. So yeah, going back to, you know, Allie's bullies. You know, it's like she tells the teachers and, like, nothing gets done. Like, yeah, ignoring it, you know, because a lot of those bullies at a young age, they just poke and poke and poke and poke because they get reactions. They're constantly poking because of the reactions they get. Like, I'm sure some of these bullies don't even know half the words they even say as insults. Honestly. Excuse me. But, like, I've told, you know, like, we've told Allie, like, hey, you know, like, do your best to ignore it. Because, like, one of them left a note in her locker saying, you're a stalker. And also, they used the wrong your. They used Y-O-U-R instead of Y-O-U''re. So, what we decided to tell Allie to do is correct the grammar, use the right your, and stick it in the guy's locker. Like, do you know where his locker is? He's like, yeah. It's like, okay, stick it in the locker, wipe your hands, and be done with this. And now just keep trying to ignore it. But then they keep doing it. And Allie told me that they do it with the teacher around. They do it in the class with the teacher around. And it's like, how, like, okay, like, if someone comes to you with something like that and you tell them to ignore it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Like, you tell them to ignore it, and it doesn't stop. It gets harder and harder to ignore it. And these are 10, 11-year-old kids. This age group is relentless. Yeah, this age group is so relentless. And it's like, Allie had been told so many times to just ignore it, ignore it, ignore it, ignore it. And it's like, because she told me, you need to be patient for things I really want. I mean, yes, but no. And, like, she told me, like, you know, like a couple weeks ago, and that it was kind of bad and it was getting to a real bad. And it's not the first time I had been told this. Like, it happened earlier this school year. And so it's like, it happened earlier in the school year. And, like, she was told the same thing. Like, we told her, like, hey, go to your teachers. You know, there's a principal and assistant principal. Like, go to them. And they told her to ignore it. So it's like, okay, you know, try to ignore it, you know. And it keeps happening. And it's been going on for like a long time now, for like most of the school year, and these kids are in her class. Dang it. Still won. Yeah, these kids are in her class. They keep calling her a stalker. They keep calling her this. And here's the thing. These boys are like going out of their way to harass her, calling her a stalker when she does nothing to them. If anything, these boys are the stalkers and not her. And it's driving me absolutely nuts that all the teachers are doing are telling her to ignore the problem and not telling the boys to stop. That's my issue with this whole bullshit. Is like, yeah, you know, it's like, yeah, you can tell, you know, Allie to like try to ignore it, but you can also tell the boys to stop. And I haven't heard any fucking word of this. And it's like, Allie even told me, like, the principal has, like, banned any kind of, like, insults to one another, right? But it's like, bad kids and bad people don't care about what's banned. They do not care. They will continue to use these words. They will continue to do the things that are banned. They will just continue. Unless they are properly punished. Because, like, what's next? What's next, right? They're just harassing her, calling her a stalker when they're the real stalkers. I'm almost afraid of, like, letting her walk home and these boys just keep harassing her. What if they follow her home? What if something bad happens to her, huh? It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. Ah! Sorry, I just needed to get that out there because it's been bugging me for a while. And, parent-teacher conferences are coming up. And that is definitely a point I do want to bring up with her teacher. It's like, hey, you know, Allie's been saying this has been going on in her class, you know, like, what's going on here? So that way we know what's going on directly from the teacher, So yeah, it's just, ugh. It's bugging me. Hello, Dustin. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Man, came in like mid-rant. It's also just like a school bully problem. The schools are always on the side of the bullies. Because it's like... Because like the bully will just poke, 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 poke. And then when the victim retaliates, the victim is the one that gets in trouble. It's like, what do you mean the one who retaliates is the one who gets in trouble? Like, what do you mean by that? And not the ones who've been pushing them to the edge of retaliation and forcing them to retaliate. Like, what do we mean by this? It's just so irritating as a parent. And it's like, there was an incident when I was in 7th grade. This boy always poked at me, always annoyed me. And then the one time I retaliated, I hit him with my jacket because I was so irritated with him. And, yeah, I hit him with my jacket. The zipper on my jacket, like, nicked his eyebrow and made him bleed. It made him bleed, and we both got sent to the office for it. Luckily, I think we were both just given a warning for that, thankfully. But yeah, he was the one that kept poking me, and then I retaliated, and, you know, we ended up getting in trouble. And it's like, dude. But then, like, I was mostly just, like, ignored, treated like I was invisible most of, like, middle school and high school. The only time I wasn't really invisible was when I was on dance team during basketball season. boom. Yeah, during basketball season, I was on dance team for, you know, basketball halftime shows. And I was like the best dancer on the team. And people knew me as like the dancer. I was the best dancer. They always looked forward to watching me dance. So that was like the only time I ever got any kind of recognition throughout high school. Yeah. School side with my bullies. Yeah, it's stupid. Yeah, it doesn't beat them up. Yeah, I know my husband was bullied pretty bad growing up. I know his family picked on him a fair bit, and he was picked on kind of up until he hit a growth spurt and had a glow up. Like, this glow up was essentially, he was about 6 foot, 200 something pounds, I think, his sophomore year of high school. And then, over the summer between sophomore and junior year, he got a job as a lifeguard at the pool and was at the pool all summer long, was always working outside, and he had a growth spurt. He went from 6 foot to like 6'3" and lost a ton of weight, and his hair got like blonder due to being outside in the chlorine and everything with the pool. And he had a glow up and he got hot. And I didn't know him in high school. I've just heard the stories, and he still has his student IDs from high school, so he loves showing, like, the pure difference of, of his sophomore to junior year to people, because it was a crazy glow up. It was crazy. Yeah, because after he quote-unquote got hot, you know, people left him alone for the most part, you know, and actually gave him attention. Yep, pretty privilege is a thing. Pretty privilege exists. Some people love to deny it, be like, no, it doesn't. No, you can get the same amount of opportunities as I do, and they're the ones that have the pretty privilege. I don't think I have ever really once experienced pretty privilege. I've seen it happen to others around me because, hey, I was a not very popular kid in a small town. So, yeah. So you can imagine all my insecurities. Couple that with, bullshit from my mom growing up. You know, not like almond mom stuff, but like kind of boomer mom mentality in a way of like, when I was skinny, or when I was your age, I was a pageant queen, I was so skinny. Or just like comparing me to my sister who was quote unquote model thin, and I was the chubby one. And I went back and saw pictures of myself from like when I was in middle school, and I really was not chubby at all. I looked fine. I looked fine. So, yeah, it messes with you. It really does mess with you. And it's like, the first step is like, pretty privilege does exist. It does. And there are people that acknowledge it does exist, and they do get it, and they hate it. I know there's people out there, because I know a few people like that. But I also know a few people that think they have pretty privilege and brag that they do. Because there was an old friend of mine that, like, anytime she opened her mouth about talking about something, she always talks about, well, she always talked about how she got hit on so often. It's like, yeah, these guys are hitting on me, like, so often. And it's like, why are you like, yeah, I was married at the time and during these conversations, but it's like, why are you talking about this in front of me? Like, why? What's the point? Are you trying to boost your ego around me? Because, like, I mean, I was kind of oblivious enough to, like, not know when someone was, like, low-key flirting with me. But like there was sometimes like looking back on things, I'm like, yeah, that was kind of a little flirty. And like I had a couple like, you know, not necessarily flings in college, but like, you know, some that was a little bit reciprocated, and then it all just went to shit. So, and that was before I met my husband, so. But yeah, it's like, oh my god. He has a barter box and I have 2 boo repellents. Oh, this is beautiful. So, yeah, I don't think I've ever really experienced the quote-unquote pretty privilege. But I've experienced people around me that have bragged and bragged and bragged about having a bunch of guys hit on them right in front of me. And it would always spark up a little bit of jealousy in a way, because it's like I never once got that kind of attention. Or at least like to that degree from like, you know, the stories that they've had. But like looking back on it, I shouldn't have felt that way. Because, for one, I had a husband hearing these stories. But also I was really young too, because I got real young. I got married young. I was 19 when I got married. So I was young, still, you know, fairly insecure about like things. And just like hearing all this talk, and it's like, looking back on it, it's like, wow, I should have said something. It's like, yeah, why does this matter? Really should have been like, why does this matter? Why is this important? Why is getting hit on in the parking lot at a grocery store matter in this conversation in the slightest? Because this person legit had conversations of like, yeah, I got hit on at this parking lot at the grocery store. And it's like, why is that important? Why is this important? It drives me crazy. Because, yes, a grocery store parking lot is the prime time to hit on someone. Unless you're like a creep or something. I don't know. I don't know. But there's been plenty of times where it's like someone has tried to approach me and I'm like, I get bad vibes from you. But also they say stuff like oh, it's like this almost happened to me. And it was like just a normal interaction. I mean, of course, there's been times where it's like, there have been reports of like people trafficking incidents. And I was, you know, almost a part of one because when Riley ate the hairpin a few years ago, leaving the hospital in this town, it was like 11 p.m. It was late at night, and I was alone with a baby, and they were just chilling right outside the ER. They were chilling right outside the ER. No! I died. Anyway, it was chilling right outside the ER, and I was walking, so like, I needed to get to my vehicle to drive to this other town with a bigger hospital to get the pin out of Riley. And as I walked by, the window rolled down. It's like, excuse me, miss, could you help me? And I'm like, no. Goodbye. I need to go. Goodbye. And it was like real quick. And then as I sat in the car and, you know, got my seatbelt on, got everything ready to like drive to where I needed to go, it like had dawned on me in that moment. It's like, oh shit, that could have been real bad. I almost got trafficked. I almost got trafficked. Yeah, I can get that. Also, Waluigi still has that barter box. I should use up a repellent, honestly, to get rid of it. It's fine. It's fine. So, yeah. But like, it's one of those, I don't go around bragging, oh yeah, this happened to me. This totally happened to me because I'm pretty. Like, no. No, it happened to me because I was alone with a child. Like, prime suspect. Also, another incident in a Walmart parking lot. Oh no, I don't have enough items. or I have too many items rather. At a Walmart parking lot one day, I had both kids. I had both kids with me, and I figured that was gonna happen. Yeah, I had both kids with me, and I was like struggling to get my groceries put in the back of the pickup. And as I was doing that, I'm like, you know, balls to the wall trying to get things done. And this group of like, I think 3 women approach me asking for like financial assistance. Like, hey, do you have any money you can spare us? And they approach me, a mother alone with her 2 young children. It's like, do you really think I have the money to help you? Like, do you really think? Because, you know, I'm like struggling getting the groceries put in and trying to get, you know, the kids handled. And like, you know, to someone unsuspecting, it looks like a single mom and her 2 kids. You know, with the way I'm struggling and carrying myself in a way. It's like, again, prime target for these like, you know, trafficking scams and shit. It's not really scams, it's real bad, but like, you know, like trafficking incidents and stuff. You know, I'm like prime target for that. And it's like, no, but like I wouldn't go around and like bragging like, yeah, I got enough attention to have this happen to me, and like, no. That's not how that works. You talk about your stories to spread awareness, not to brag that you were pretty enough to be picked for a trafficking thing. So, anyway, I'm gonna take a break. What turn am I on? Oh, okay. We've gone real fast. We've gone too fast to furious. I probably should have gone before. It's fine. We're gonna take our break. We're going to get up, stretch, go to the bathroom, grab a snack, do whatever it is I need to do, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back. Is music though? Yeah, I got some good music going. We got the goods. We got the goods. No, my boo repelling got stolen from me. Now I have to mash. Dang it, Waluigi. I know how I can fix my problems. I say as I don't know where I am on the board and I don't know how to fix them. Everything will be fine. Trust. Trust. Damn, Wario! You got the goods! Wario's got the goods. I also don't have much money. Hello, Toad. An average item. Those are average. Yep, those are average. But Allie has a basketball game tonight. Her team didn't really do very well Monday night during her game, which they were playing like the team of like the #1 draft picks because of course small town bullshit, right? And I think playing a team like that got to her head a little bit. Because a lot of people like talking like, yeah, they're good, they're so good, they're so good. And I think it just got to her head a little bit. And also, they had only 5. They were running only 5. And at one point, one of our girls got so winded, they had to sit out for like a few minutes. And we ran only 4. So, yeah, it was real rough. And the thing is, I don't know what it is. Like, the girls on Allie's team are prone to getting sick. I know the sick is floating around this time of year. I know Allie got a little bit of a cold, but she didn't get it like near as bad as like Allie or, you know, Vegito or, you know, even myself did. But like, some of these girls are getting sick at like the worst times. And it's like, if you're sick, you're sick. It's not your fault. It's just, it is just rough timing. It's just rough timing. But then there's just, I want to say one of the girls just kind of quit the team, apparently. Because, of course, they go to school, at least 5th and 6th grade. The 5th graders are all in the same school and the 6th graders are all in the same school because middle school here is 6, 7, 8. But one of the girls who's a 5th grader who Allie talks to periodically. Ooh, you can steal one of my stars. Yep. And Allie had told me that this girl said she wasn't gonna do basketball anymore. I'm like, oh, that kind of sucks. Because that leaves our team with only 7. And if 2 girls can't be there, we're only running 5. And 5 girls have to play the entire basketball game. And oh, it gets so bad. Like 3rd quarter, like halftime is not enough to rest these girls. It really isn't. So, we've had 1 game where we had 2 subs. And 1 game where we had 1 sub. Out of the 4 games we played. 5 games. This will be 5. Oh my god, you go right towards Wario first? That's rude. Oh my god. So yeah, because there's 5 teams. And we've played, yeah, 5 games. Out of the 5 games we have played so far, we have had substitutes for 2 of those 5 games, which is less than 50%. It's just insane for rec ball. And like every team we have played has had at least 2 subs for their own respective teams. And it's so rough in these waters. It's so rough in these small town waters sometimes. And I know the team that they're playing tonight is also fairly good. But I was telling Allie, because she asked me this morning before school, what team they were playing, and I told her, yeah, you're playing the green team. Haha, green team. And, I told her, like, yeah, they're, you know, they're pretty good too. And, but to not let that get to your head, because this is sports, and this is what I love about sports. Any team can beat anybody at any given time. Hot luck. Yeah! Thank you, Bowser. Thanks, Bowser. Appreciate you. But yeah, any team can beat anybody at any given time. Doesn't matter how good you are, doesn't matter what your record is, any team could beat anybody at any given time. I can think of several examples of this. Football. NFL football. I can think of at least like 2 instances, and this is one of them is the example I told Allie, but one that popped into my head. In 2015, the Carolina Panthers went on a 15-1 tear. The one loss was to losing record division rival Atlanta. So, yeah. So any team can lose to anybody at any given time. And also the biggest example, this is the one I told Allie. In 2007, the New England Patriots went on the tear of a lifetime. They went 16-0 in the regular season and never lost a playoff game, granting them access to the Super Bowl. Now, their opponent in said Super Bowl was 6th seed, lowest seed in the playoffs, wild card team, New York Football Giants. And they were going up against a massive juggernaut in the undefeated Patriots with a loaded roster that year. And the Giants ended up beating the Patriots, granting them the title of Super Bowl champion. I remember that year specifically because my parents, you know, running the fantasy football league, they also did like a chip pool for the playoffs. And what it is we write names of the football teams on a poker chip, put it in a bag, and you pay $10 for a chance to draw a chip. And I drew the Giants that year. So I was very excited about the Giants beating the Patriots because I got like $110 profit. So I won the $120 pool that year. So, yeah, and I digress. But the whole point of me telling Allie this was the Patriots were undefeated. They were undefeated. Everyone thought they were just gonna waltz right in to the Super Bowl and take it, becoming the first team to just have a completely undefeated season going, what is it, 19-0 at the time? But no. The Giants said, I bet. They said, hold my beer. And we held their beer and watched them beat the Patriots. So, and this is what I love about sports. And this is like the whole underdog story as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 17, 18. Where? It's up there, okay. I can make it up there. If I try hard enough. That's not trying hard enough. It's trying a little bit better. But yeah. I have 12 coins to my name. What do you have? I'll take that. Spend all my money on a Bowser phone? I'll take it. Man, that's what I love about sports and, like, you know, the underdog mentality. Like, again, any team can beat anybody at any given time. Doesn't matter how good you are, doesn't matter how loaded your roster is. You know? It all just, like, boils down to the heart of the team, you know? So, I told Allie this to hopefully bring home the point that you don't need to worry about who your opponent is, especially at this age level. Just need to worry about yourself and how you are playing the game. Because she had her best game last week. Dang it. She had her best game last week. She played her best basketball a week ago. And also what helped is her team and the other team were essentially like kind of equal talent in a way, you know? They were on equal footing, equal skill levels. And that always helps bring out the best in you when you have someone equal skill level, you know, because iron sharpens iron. It's just when you are up against a juggernaut of a team that is so unfairly rigged against you. You know, it's, especially when you're a kid, it's so hard to bring that edge when you're up, you know, David and Goliath, you know? It's so hard to bring that edge, you know? Like, very few kids have that edge, especially in a small town. Small town rec ball. Like, I still am in the camp of, like, I'm still in the camp of, like, I really think the coach on this really good team purposefully picked all of the good kids. Honest to God. I feel it's giving that. And again, small town bullshit. This is bullshit you see in a small town. And it drives me nuts because it's completely unfair to the other kids. And one of the girls on this really good team, they're the black team. Their jersey colors are black. And, their jersey colors are black. And one of the girls on this team was on Allie's team last year, and she was a fucking ball hog. She just kept the ball herself 90% of the time. Yeah, the team didn't lose a single game up until, like, the championship game, and they lost that one. But, like, this girl was such a fucking ball hog. Anytime she got the ball, she hardly ever passed it to anybody. And honestly, I still see it. I still see it with her on this good team, even. And also, we actually scored points against their team, and it wasn't a 50-0 like last time. It was 45-5. Not much better, but we actually scored, which is great. But one thing I can say about our team is at least we made our free throws. Boom! Suck it! No, I wouldn't tell that to a kid. Absolutely not. But it's just, you know, the proverbial, you know, like, ha, what now? Yeah, our team made our free throws. Because every time that black team, this sounds so bad out of context, the black jersey team, oh my god, this sounds so bad. Anyway, anytime they got fouled and had to shoot free throws, they missed every single one. They missed every single free throw. So, like, yeah, they may have put up 45 points against us. And, like, we were holding them pretty good. We were holding them pretty good in the first half. And it all went to shit the second half. It all went to shit in the second half. But yeah, they may have put up 45 points against us, but at least we made our free throws. They could have put up way more than 50 on us had they made their free throws. And one of the girls made a 3, and it's one of those where it's like, you can't really get mad at that. You can't really get mad at that. It's only 2. Only 2. It could have been worse. I always hold my breath on chance times when I am ahead by a lot. I always hold my breath on those. But yeah, it's one of those where we need the girls on the black team to be evenly spread out across the other teams to kind of even the playing field. But I don't... Now, one of these girls played with Allie 2 years ago, on Allie's first year of basketball, and she's really nice. She's good, but she's also really nice. So I would rather see, like, you know, her and Allie be teammates again than to see, you know, the ball hog, you know, get the spotlight again. And it's one of those parenting. When you're dealing with kids about this age, parenting. You know, parenting is, like, not all of it, but it's a big part of it. Because, like, you know, when you get to about, like, you know, 6, 7, 8, 9, you know, kind of later grade school years, you see personalities begin to blossom. And sometimes parenting isn't all the problem. I say as sometimes I struggle with my own child, and if my own child gets in trouble for things, and it's like, I have done the best I can with her, you know? But, like, yeah, it's one of those reflection things. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, if only, like, these, you know, some of these girls on the black team were spread out evenly on these other teams, it would even out the playing field by a lot. What's up, Bowser? So, thank you! Thank you, Bowser! Okay, it's still up there. My problem is, with some of these girls, I don't know how they would act if they're, like, the only good one on a team. Cause, yeah, this girl, this ball hog, I will buy one of these. The ball hog, like, she, again, anytime she even got the ball at all, period, she just kept it to herself half the time. The times where it was, like, the most even, I think she was absent for a game, or she was, like, sitting out at a time. When she was not there, it was the most coordinated the team had looked, and this was last year. So, but, excuse me. But this year, I still see the same kind of ball hog tendencies. But it's like, that coach really put together, like, the #1 draft picks. Like, the entire team is, like, superstar studded. And then you have, like, the other kids. And honestly, like, the best coach team Allie has been a part of was her first year of basketball. That was her best basketball coach, was the first coach she had. And, like, she learned a lot of stuff, and, like, she's improved a lot. Hell, last week, when she played her best basketball, one of the parents that had also watched Allie and is, you know, their daughter is a friend of Allie's. And they were on a team together a couple years ago. like, her dad came up, like, they were playing each other. They were on different teams and they were playing each other last week. And her dad came up to me and said, you know, Allie has improved a lot since, like, you know, even last year, a couple years ago, you know, since she first started playing. She's improved a lot. And, like, here's the thing. Allie has, like, the best ball control on her team. How much money does Waluigi have? I wasn't paying attention. Does he even have money? He has a little bit of money. What's up? I will use your money to buy something. Gold. I'll get the gold. But yeah, like, I've been told that Allie has improved a lot in basketball since, like, a couple years ago, and, like, I see it too. Like, Allie has really good ball control. She's a lot more, like Allie could definitely improve in a lot of areas, but, like, Allie has good ball control. She has gotten a lot more aggressive, especially on, like, defense. A lot of Allie's problem is she doesn't have a lot of stamina. And it shows when they only have 5 girls. It shows when they have no subs. If she has a chance to sit out and, like, kind of take a breather, she does phenomenal. She just needs that chance to take a breather. ZB, ZB, zib, 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 zib. Z, B, Z, B, Z. Alright, pattern's established. I have to go with it. Z, B, Z, B, Z, B. We have to keep going. We have to keep going. Z, B, Z, B, Z, B. Ooh! We're mixing it up. Z, B, Z, B, Z, B. He hit the A too early. Z, B, Z, B, Z, B, A. Oh my god, Waluigi single-handedly. You're not gonna trip me up, Waluigi. Z, B, Z, B, Z, B, A. Attitude adjustment. Z, B, Z, B, Z, B, A, B, A, B. Z, B, Z, B, Z, B, A, B, B, A, B, B. Z, B, Z, B, Z, B, A. I did it! Look at me go! I'm the best! I'm the best. Nobody should doubt my powers. Bam, bam. Alright. But yeah, going back to, like, Allie and basketball, like, yeah, her problem is, like, she doesn't have a whole lot of stamina, because, like, I don't like to, like, point stuff out, but, like, Allie is very skinny. She's very skinny. Like, she can be athletic at times, so, like, she's not, like, fully athletic at all. So she's got a very, like, small build. But it's, like, she's got strength. She's got a lot of strength. It's just having it click to where she needs to get, like, super competitive. It needs to click for her in a way where I don't think I can teach it. It's one of those, it's kind of like you either have it or you don't type things. Or it's like you gotta, my first, I was like, you gotta have a come to Jesus moment with your competitive nature. No. Oh, thank God. But no, you kind of have you need like a realization of, you need a realization of like, hey, I'm gonna get cooked if I don't step up. What? Every fucking time I go up, it drops me. Every time I go up, it drops me. Every time, and it's rude. It is extremely rude. But yeah, it's one of those, like, some things you can teach in sports, or a lot of things in general. But there are some things where it's either you have it or you don't. And it's one of those, I wish we weren't in this apartment, and I wish I knew. I've lived in this town for 10 years, and I don't know where some things are. Or it's like I don't feel comfortable going out and about, because I've heard stories about this town, and a lot of bad shit happens. And it's like, this town is relatively safe. But, oh shit, it's not great at times, and I worry sometimes. But I wish I had more time to, like, go out with Allie and do things. It's like, I have time, it's just, for basketball, sometimes it's, like, really cold outside. I don't know where to go to actually help her with basketball, you know? Because, like, I was never, like, good at basketball, but for, like, you know, taking your first steps into basketball, you know, and, like, learning the sport, I know the basics. I at least know the basics. Standard last 5 turns procedures, all red and blue spaces are doubled. If you land on the same space as your opponent, you get to duel them. Alright. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's like I know the basics. I don't think I can coach a young kid's basketball team. I can be an assistant coach and kind of help with practices, but, like, I don't, like, I mean, like, for young kids, I probably could. I'm not, like, you know, actual, like, school competitive level coach, but, like, for a rec ball, sure. You know? Like, I have enough knowledge of sports to, you know, help out. But, like, there's a lot of things I wish I knew the resources. Of course, when Wario goes up, he clears it, but when I do it, I die immediately. But yeah, it's one of those, like, Allie and I can go out our little backyard, kind of, quote-unquote, at our apartment to go play catch. You know, and work on, like, ground balls, pop flies. We can work on a lot of defensive stuff out in our little backyard area. Let's buy something. What do I want? Toads, probably. Probably want a golden mushroom. Yes, please. Yes, a golden mushroom. Cool. 2 spaces left. So, yeah. Yeah, there's... Because, like, I was always fairly competitive, because, like, my family was, like, big into sports. We all did sports when we were growing up. Some kind of kept it going more than others, but, like, a lot of us have, like, knowledge of sports. Me and the siblings. So, but with, like, Allie, like, she likes sports. She also likes art. She also likes music. So it's like, she's kind of picked up a lot of the stuff that, like, I really like and enjoy. You don't have to stick to one thing. You know, you don't have to. And that's the beauty about being a human. You don't have to stick to one thing. Like, I play video games a lot, but it's not my entire being. I play sports, you know? I play sports, I listen to music. I play many different games, you know? I watch wrestling, you know? Like, you don't have to stick to one thing. And that's usually kind of the, not necessarily a trap I have fallen into, but like, it's one of those like stereotype things where it's like a lot of gamers don't necessarily like sports or play sports or watch sports. Because like a lot of content creators, not like content creators, like Let's Players back in the day, they game a lot, but they don't keep up with any kind of sport whatsoever, and it always drove me crazy. Because, I mentioned Achievement Hunter the other day, and, I would watch some of their, Trivial Pursuit, videos, and anytime they got to the sports category, I cringed so hard. I would cringe pretty bad, and, man, I have Boo Repellent. I cringed pretty bad, and, oh, he's gonna gamble 1 coin. This is gonna be funny. I wouldn't have even risked it on me. But, what was I saying? Yeah, it's like I cringe so hard at their lack of sports knowledge, like basic sports knowledge, and it's like, oh my god. Oh my god, it drove me insane. It drove me insane. Welcome back, Dustin. Welcome back. The Tessa being, yeah, I'm like a mix of a lot of different things. And, I have found other, like, you know, streamers that have their, you know, interests aligned with mine. Because there's a streamer that I keep up with here and there, Blue Amalga. I've kept up with him for a little bit. He also likes the Chargers. He likes K-pop and the Chargers. I'm like, yo, that's really cool. And, even, like, meeting, you know, Royal Blue, you know, the Xenoblade and the K-pop and the art and, you know, finding interests that align. And it's like, it's also okay to be different. It is also very okay to be different. I need to pull this play out of my ass, like, right now. I don't know what I need, but I need to do something. That's not it. That's better. There's a 6-7 in there. 6-7. Ugh, it drives me nuts. 1, 2. Drives me nuts. It's banned in Allie's school, by the way. The 6-7, it's banned in her school. It's really funny. What you got? Let's get a reverse mushroom. Why? Every goddamn time! No matter what I pick, I'm dead! Man, I'm so angry at the game because of that bullshit. Anywho, yeah, with like the interests aligning and everything, you know, it's really nice to see that. It's like, will I meet someone that has like my exact interests and hobbies? No. But also meeting someone, you know, respectful enough to be like, hey, you know, like, I like your stuff. You know, I like what you like. And, you know, it's like, I want to learn more about what you like. So, yeah. It's really cool. It's really nice to have that. Waluigi's the death of me, honestly. So, yeah. Yeah, because, like, Ellie likes sports. I've been seeing TikToks of, like, basketball tips. Because I got tips for softball last year on my For You page, and I'm getting it for basketball this year. Like, my For You page kind of knows what's up. And also, there's a sound of, like, from King of the Hill of Bobby going, like, you know, like, that's my purse! Like, that's my purse! Like, no, you gotta say it louder. Like, that's my purse! And it's, their parents with their kids, you know, trying to teach them basketball. And, like, hey, this is my oldest child, trying to teach him to be aggressive in basketball. I'm like, oh my god, this is 100% me and Allie. 100%. No! It went so fast. I thought I'd have time. I thought I'd have time. Damn. But yeah, it's like, Allie, like, has that aggression in her. I have seen it. It just needs to get on the court. You know, it needs to be applied to sports. And I think to get that to click, I don't know if I can teach it. I feel like it's gotta be some kind of innate awakening, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what other words to use to describe this. He rolls a 10. I probably would have had a better shot with a warp block, honestly. Should have bought a warp block instead of golden mushroom. It's fine. It's fine. So, but yeah, I was fairly competitive as a kid. I was fairly competitive as a kid, and like, it always clicked to me what I needed to do for sports. But also, here's a key difference. In Allie's 3 years playing basketball for the rec commission, she has touched the ball way more than I ever had at that age. Like, I'm gonna be real. Like, I was a shy, quiet kid playing sports. Nobody knew my ability. No one would ever pass me the ball. They would always just pass it to their friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Bird Gagaza. Roll me 3 on my Nintendo Switch. Nice! Nice. Nice. Okay. Do or die. This is the moment. This is the WrestleMania moment. What do you have? I don't. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need to spend anything right now. Why? Hold on. I want to test a fucking theory. Hold on. It really was. Okay. No one saw that. Nobody saw that. I just wanted to test it because it's like, is it just predetermined and I have been unlucky every time? I have been unlucky every time. Mario has the most money. Let's steal from him. Yeah, no one saw that. Don't worry about it. I would have been fine without it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth? Yeah. 102 gigabytes. I am not super worried about it for Switch 2 because we already have it for the PS5. But like, that was the only thing that really surprised me. That was the only thing that really like surprised me on the Direct. And also it's like, yeah, it was a partner showcase. People have like feelings on it or whatever. And it's like, some games looked interesting, but nothing really like grabbed at me, you know? And it's one of those, I want to try and take more interest in like, you know, like more indie games or like not necessarily like, you know, first party games. You know, it's like, I want to try. But, like, nothing is, like, grabbing at me to, like, hey, play me, play me, play me. Dang it! So it's, like, but, like, the only thing interesting on that Direct was, like, Final Fantasy Rebirth. And, like, that, I was like, what? It was the most interesting thing to me. So, but yeah, we're not really worried about space on the Switch 2 because we do have both Remake and Rebirth for the PS5. And Rebirth is partially the cause of a friendship breakup, oddly enough. So I have some kind of weird memories related to Rebirth. Because somebody jumped my case over a quote-unquote spoiler when it wasn't a spoiler. It's like, I've even like inadvertently tried to justify it to myself and even asked chat one time. It's like, the number of chapters in a game isn't a spoiler, right? Like, just to be clear, like I almost felt like I was like gaslighting myself because like this person made it a huge deal that, oh, I spoiled the game. Like, huge spoilers. The number of chapters in a game was huge spoilers. And no, it wasn't. So it's like, I'm not crazy. Go away. No, you haven't gone away yet. Go away. Thank you. So, but yeah, Digimon's coming to Switch. That's cool. Because, I know Blue has been playing, Time Strangers. I think, did she beat the game or is she close to the end? I have no idea. I wasn't much of a Digimon person. I was more of a Pokemon person. Last 2 turns. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool with Digimon. That's pretty cool. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is inadvertently the turning point in my friendship with this person. Again, all because in one stream one day, I said the number of chapters in the game. I think it's 14. There are 14 chapters in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And as soon as I said that, they said in my chat, OMG spoilers. And I said, I feel like I remember exactly. I said, no, it's not. And then I asked them, like, what chapter are you on? Because then I can try to understand your point of view. And they're like, I'm not answering that. And they got all pissy and blew up at me in my chat. Like, that's not a spoiler. I'm like, OMG, yes, it is. And it's like, they blew up at me in my chat. And then I remember in their own Discord, they reiterated the message, please don't spoil Final Fantasy VII Rebirth in the Discord. And it's like, they hadn't said the message since the game came out. And this was like a month after it, like maybe like 2 or 3 weeks after the game comes out. And they were like, yeah, don't spoil the game, right after I had the big spoilers, quote unquote. So, yeah. Yeah, so there's some, and it's one of those, my husband hadn't even finished the game because, he was on the final boss one evening, and it was an evening he had to go to bed early and get up early for work. He was on the final boss, and he died in, like, the final phase or the second to last phase? I think second to last phase. He died, and he was really angry about it. And it's like, it was already 9 p.m. He needed to go to bed early and get up early for work. And he just hadn't gone back to it. And this was around, or this was like before? No, this was after. This was after. He had to get up early for work. And, you know, he couldn't do it. And so he hasn't gone back to beat the final boss. So I have not seen the ending to Rebirth at all. I have not seen it. It's like the only thing about Rebirth I haven't really seen is the ending and like the last phase of the final boss. Because it's like a 6-phase fight. You said the name of the game? No spoilers. Yeah, I know. That's alright. It happened 2 years ago. Happened 2 years ago when the game came out. Small mouth, up arm. But yeah, it was just, and this was, the person that blew up at me was who I thought was my friend at the time. It's like, I thought they were my friend, and they treated me like that. And they treated me like garbage in that moment. And like from that point onward, there was hard. And also, right after that, the next day, my husband gets into a wreck. He wrecks his truck. So it was a rough time. And then, what turn are we on? 2? I can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have enough money for anything, though. It'll be fine. So it's like a lot of bad things happened around that time. It was very rough. Wow. Good job, Tessa. Good turn. And then also later that year in like August, I think, I was talking about something on stream, going back and thinking more on it using context clues. I think I was talking about something about like notifications or something. I don't remember exactly what I mentioned, but I was talking about something, and this person was lurking in the stream during this time, and got offended at what I said. Got offended so hardcore, they unfollowed me and blocked me and banned me in their chat. And it's the same person that blew up at me over quote-unquote spoilers. So it's one of those, the number chapters in a game is not spoilers. And yeah, they blew up at me for ridiculous reasons, and looking back on it, it was rough. And also, around that time, they got offended, and also, they never messaged me about any of the issues they had with me. They message my husband over issues they have with me, and not directly to the source. There were times where I have had some, like, quote-unquote issues with this person. I went directly to them. If there were some things that they did that hurt my feelings, I went directly to them. Because there were a couple of instances where I had to do that. I went right to them about issues. But if they have issues with me, they don't have the balls to come to me about it and talk it out like adults. They go around me and go to my husband. My husband, talking to my husband about issues with me. Like, that's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And it's like, thinking more about it, I get fired up thinking about it. I was so angry at the time. I was very angry about like the things that have happened. But now it's like so much time has passed, and I am like 99% over it by now. Because like time does heal all wounds. But this one took a lot of time. Because of like, we were like really close to this person, you know? We were really close to them, and it just felt like a huge stab in the back, really, about all that. Because I think that day I was also talking about like I keep track of my follower count. I try not to let it get to me because I know people come and people go. Normal progression of any kind of growth whatsoever. You get follows, you get unfollows. You know, people come and go, and that's totally normal. It's like I only really keep track of the number to keep the number on my follower goal on the layout accurate, or as accurate as possible. So I keep track of the number. And that day, it was them, their partner, and an extra account that they had, all unfollowed me that day, as well as 3 more, and I had already crossed 400 followers at the time. So technically, I've hit 400 followers like 3 different times. So, yeah, I had lost 6 followers that day, and seeing that, not knowing what was happening, and then later finding out the whole thing with them and, them getting offended at what I said and messaging my husband about it. Because they messaged my husband, and he's like, whoa, what's going on? You know, he's all confused about what's going on. So he, you know, finds a platform where he's not blocked. because like the initial message was a message through Twitch, and something about like, hey, you know, with the things that are happening right now, we had to block you too. And then it was like, he's like, whoa, what? So he tried to find you know, whatever method of messaging this person that he wasn't blocked on, and he found one and messaged him like, hey, what's going on? You know, like trying to be nice, like, you know, hey, like I saw your message, whatever, like, can you like tell me what exactly is going on? And because he sent screenshots and sent them to me, so I have seen these messages. And like the opening reply was like, oh my god, you're so nice about it. And it was like, whoa, what are you doing? Like, what even is this? And it's like, you're so nice about it. Yeah, I saw Tessa was playing Mario 64 and wanted to see what she was doing. And the thing she was talking about delegitimatized things I said to our viewers. And that, with everything else going on, I just couldn't take it anymore and had to block her. That's the Cliff Notes version. I don't have the exact message without giving too much away. But yeah, that was like the gist of the message. I have read that message so many times. I, you know, again, have the gist of the message in my head. I can just rattle it off. Nice. So that was kind of like, you know, the gist of things. And he screenshotted it and sent it to me. And my initial thought was like, what the fuck? Like, what are you even talking about? What do you mean delegitimize things you said to your viewers? I don't even know what you said to your viewers. Like, what do you fucking mean? It was just a mess. Yeah, and it was during Mario 64. I remember it was the first day of school for Allie that year. It was the first day of school for Allie. It was like August 21st or something. And like, I have scrummed through that VOD so many times, I might have an idea of what I was talking about, but I don't know what it was that was said that delegitimatized whatever she said to her viewers or whatever. So, yeah. And it's like, I've brought it up so many times. I feel like I sound like a broken record, but it's one of those, it's things that have happened to me, and I hope my experiences can help prevent such happenings, that you can spot the red flags sooner than I did, because looking back on everything, there were a lot of red flags that went up that should have been like, hey, idiot, this person's not good for you. So, yeah. And like, even like the months building up to it, I was thinking in my head, like, I can't keep being friends with this person. I was trying to build the courage and find the right words to say, to message them privately, being like, hey, I don't think we can be friends. Let's end it on mutual terms, and we can part ways and be done with it, you know, just do whatever. And it didn't happen that way. Apparently I offended them. But honestly, looking back on it, this sounds kind of harsh to say, but good riddance. There's stuff that I have missed about, you know, the friendship, because there were good stuff, but there was, like, especially towards the end, it was real bad. It was real bad. Oh, thank you, Deptor. Hi, Hillbeans. I don't know where he is. He's working right now. Alright, so, anyway, now that our rant about friendship is over, moral of the story is, I don't want to say, like, be careful who your friends are, but it's like, trust your gut if something is wrong in, like, a friendship or relationship, and, if you feel something is wrong, nut up or shut up. Have the courage to bring it up to them. And if that person doesn't reciprocate the same respect you just gave them, then that relationship, friendship is not worth it. So, yeah. Anyway, that'll be it for today. Ray Tessa Jane 18. Yes, let's go. I heard she's awesome. But no, schedule for the week. Tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow is the 6th. Tomorrow's my brother's birthday.
I'm a mess, 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 mess. I'm a mess, 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 mess. I'm a mess in distress, but we're still the best. Stress, fearless, say yes. We don't dress to impress.
Tomorrow's my brother's birthday. I'm a mess. That's funny. Yeah, it's my oldest brother's birthday tomorrow. I will definitely tell him happy birthday. I haven't called him in a while. There's times where I think about calling him just to chat, but like I never work up the courage. Again, do as I say, not as I do. Work up the courage and talk to your loved ones, man, because you never know when the last time could be. Because, hey, talking from experience about losing both parents, I'm just fortunate enough that the last time I ever talked to my dad before he died was saying I love you, and it was on good terms. The last time I saw my dad, he dropped off Girl Scout cookies that we ordered through my niece. That was the last time I physically saw him. And the last time I talked to him was like maybe a few days later. I had to pick up a check for him for his work. And I called him on the phone to let him know, hey, I have the check. You know, like, what do I need to do to go deposit it? And he gave me all the bank info. And he said, thank you, I love you. And I said, I love you too. And that was the last time I'd ever talked to him. So I was very fortunate enough with my dad to have the last words I said to him that I love you. So, yes, make the breakfast bowl. Hopefully it turns out delicious. We need maximum delicious. Let's see who is live. Max is live. Max is live. Let's go raid Max. What should our raid message be? I mean, I was like talking about like, you know, I was talking about a lot of things not related to Mario Party. Even though I reached 10 stars. I hit 10 stars and I got a lot of shit stolen from me. Let's go. 10-star princess, please. If you are subbed me, you can use my emotes. If you are not subbed me, you can use whatever emotes you want. There we go. So yeah, we're gonna go raid Max. Looks like he's starting a game? Start a new game? I know he was playing Chrono Trigger the last, like, few days, and I've popped in every now and then. I want to play Chrono Trigger. It's regarded as one of the best games of all time. But I know he's playing it recently. And look how he's playing a new game. So, yeah, so tomorrow we pop back into Legend ZA. We're on our way to go to rank B, I think. We're getting fancy. We're getting fancy. And then Monday we come back around to Final Fantasy 16. In 16 we just got past the time skip. So, the second time skip rather. So yeah. Mondays. Well, let me get the raid going. Raid, Master, Max, 165, bam. Alright, let's go raid Max. 10-star princess, please, is our raid message. If you subbed me, you can use my emotes. If you're not, use whatever emotes you want. Mondays are Final Fantasy 16. Tuesdays and Thursdays are Mario Party. And Wednesdays and Fridays are Pokemon Legends ZA. So thank you everyone for coming out and hanging out. And we will see you next time.